and it just popped on me. It just tore off the bone. So they reattached it. But the good news is now it's back, and it's like it's stronger than it was. Like in terms of what I'm lifting and.
Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. Alfie, after your last fight, man, you said that you wanted a quick turnaround. You wanted to get a spot on the lightweight tournament. What has kept you away from fighting for so long?
Well, I had an injury actually. So yeah, I injured my hamstring, so I had to have an operation in January, and yeah, now I'm back. But yeah, I still wanted to be in that tournament. But to be fair, the results. My last fight was a good fight, but the one before that was a draw, so I couldn't really command it as well as I'd liked. But oh well. I'm still here. I'm still standing.
Yeah.
I'm ready to come for that title. That's the next thing. Yeah. So.
Well, I saw that you signed a new deal with Bellator, man. So congratulations on that. And any details you can share with us?
No, yes, it was good. It's a good deal. I'm happy, to be honest with you. It's a 4-fight deal. I've had one of the fights, and yeah. So just need to stack some more paper. Keep winning and stack the paper. This time next year, I'll be a millionaire. No, not quite, but that's the plan, man.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Who dares wins? Who dares wins?
Definitely. And you mentioned the hamstring injury. Is that something that happened in training? How did that happen?
Yeah. Someone went for it's called a Siliev stretch, and we're sort of fighting it, and yeah, it was quite a competitive round, but it was kind of my fault because I should have tapped a bit earlier. But I normally have real flexible hamstrings, so I was like, it's a bit arrogant with thinking how far it could go, and then and then I think what I was doing was a lot of deadlifts before, cause I was like in a strengthening phase, and it just popped on me. It just tore off the bone. So they reattached it. But the good news is now it's back, and it's like it's stronger than it was. Like in terms of what I'm lifting and the numbers that I'm achieving, it's stronger than before. So and then so it feels good. But it's just annoying the time off. I would have preferred to been back to back with fights, but this is the career. It's just the pain game.
Yeah, definitely the pain game. And has that been the worst injury so far, or have you had worse?
Yeah. That's the first op I've ever had, so I had to go under. It's quite an experience, to be fair. Like they go count down from 10, and then you're out, and you come up, and you feel you're like high on drugs. It wasn't a pleasurable experience, but it was quite an experience. So yeah, it was the first op I've ever had. I mean, I've had other injuries that were a bit more minor than that before, but nothing that required an operation.
Well, it's kind of scary, to be honest with you, man. When you have to count down, but you don't count down, it's like, what number did you get to?
Yeah, I feel like I got to number 3, and then I woke up and I was just thirsty. So it's mad that they can do that to your body, because I always feel like I'm in control of myself. Like you have that eagle about you. Do you know, like when you're a young kid and you feel like if a bus comes towards you, you'll just like barge it off. I'll still got that young mind, but when they put you to sleep like that, man, it's like shit. That stuff can happen.
Without a doubt, man.
It was an experience. Yeah. But I mean, the good news is, if there's a positive takeaway, I've been able to reflect on sort of my career, where I want to be, what I want to do. I've been able to develop skill sets that may be neglected, and bringing back some stuff that I neglected. So there was definitely positives to the time off. I mean, sometimes when you're like entrenched in this sort of career, it's sometimes nice to take an outside seat and have a look into it. So that's what I've been able to do the last 8 months. So Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a bit of a positive. Obviously, I would like to have more fights and maybe earn a bit more money, but I feel like I'm a better fighter because of it.
You're 6-1-1 for Bellator. You're 31 years old. You got 2 kids now. You know, you're in a phase of your career where it's like the prime. You know what I mean? You got the family. It's different, right? Moving forward.
Yeah. Shit gets real when you got kids on the plate, man. It's not just yourself. I can't just mess around. Like, I need to get them winning bonuses. Yeah, I feel like I'm in my prime. To be honest with you, they say it's like 30 to 35, but not necessarily like just physically, but it's mentally, like learning how to gauge a fight, learning what to do, like situations that you've been in, learning what to do during camp, like whether you're training too hard or you're training too soft, or like in certain practices that I've done over the years that probably been negative. As you get older, you definitely learn. You definitely learn how to play the game, and I think a lot of it is belief as well. I feel like, I mean, when I was 26, I was really skilled martial artist, but sometimes I'd go into a fight and not believe in my skill set. But now moving forwards, I'm looking at all the top guys in the world, and I'm like, on my day I could beat them. So, and I'm actually believing it. So, yeah, I think that's the main aspect that's changed.
August 11th, Bellator 298, Aalon Cruz, another UFC veteran. They put you up against. How do you feel about the matchup and his fighting style?
I think the matchup suits me. To be honest with you, I think he's going to try grapple, and he's not a great grappler. So I think I out grapple him, and then stand up wise, I think he's gonna eat a lot of shit. To be honest with you, so I think it's great. I mean, it's good that as you said, UFC vet. He's been in there with some of the best in the world, um, and he's performed well in a lot of those fights. So he's not someone that's just going to fall over. But I think in terms of styles, my style matches his very very badly for him. So yeah, I'm looking forward to 6 weeks going in and putting on a performance.
Not too long ago, Cruz made his Bellator debut against Bobby King. He didn't really fight like he normally does. He wrestled a lot in that one. What did you think of how he performed in that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was more of a surprise for Bobby King, because
Yeah.
if you studied his fights before that, he was like a kickboxer that kicked a lot and like did all this, and now he's sort of exploring the grappling elements of his game, and I think Bobby King was surprised. So that's how he sort of lost the fight, really, because he weren't ready for those grappling exchanges. But now I think he's displayed that. I mean, he's used his Joker card now, so I don't think he's going to be able to use that Joker card on me. He's not going to be able to, reach for them shit double legs and be able to get him on me. And if he does, I'm going to be there and, punching him up. So, yeah, I think that's his Joker card done. So, we'll see.
In this matchup, you're more known as a striker. He as well is more known as a striker. So if you guys go in there and strike, this is going to be a crazy fight on the feet, man, because you guys are like dynamic in different ways.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, he's got some nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of some of the stuff he does. Some of his kicks he does. I've seen some like jump knees he does on the feet. Like when I watch him, I'm like, yeah, that looks nice. Like I'm a fan of some of his stuff he does, but whether that's going to work on me or not is another question. I mean, I don't think he's going to touch me. I think I'm just going to pepper him up, make him look silly, and then go home with a paycheck and go on holiday and just get a tan. That's the plan.
That sounds like a good plan right there. I wanted to rewind a little
Yeah,
bit
that's my.
to your last fight, man, against Goody. That was a tough fight, and I believe he had a broken arm in that fight. Like, how tough is that dude? When you were facing him, like he made it to the bell, the last bell.
Yeah. He was tough, man. He took a lot of shots. I mean, you can't see. Well, I've rewatched the fight back, and you see like in the moment, those punches were landed on his jaw, and he was walking onto them. And then as you said, the kicks that I was hitting him with, I mean, a lot of people would have fallen over. And one of the kicks broke his arm, and he kept coming. So yeah, I mean, he's tough. Kept coming forwards, and he had a good win recently as well. So, but it's not like he was on a decline because, I mean, he beat a guy, Kane Musa, who's in the UK is regarded as a good fighter, and he knocked him out in his last fight. So it's not like he was on a decline. It's just I'm the axe man, you know. He got axed and bish bash bosh. He was out of there. Him and then Aalon Cruz, and then I'll bash up one of these other Americans or Russians, and I'll get the belt.
Yeah, man, it was crazy to watch that fight because it was clearly that he was injured, and then you had to kind of adjust to that. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't going away, so you had to like, how was it adjusting to that type of obstacle? Because he just wouldn't die, pretty much.
Yeah. I kept aiming for the arm again, but to be honest with you, it kind of messed me up because I was in a great flow. I was bashing him up, like hitting him like bish bash bosh, broke his arm, and then I was like, shit, I just got to aim for his arm. But then he kept bringing higher checks up, and then I just had the sole mindset of just aiming for his arm. Whereas I felt like if I would have just stayed in the other mindset, I could have probably stopped him. But I was just looking at his arm, solely focused on it, and was like, let me kick that again. But then he was bringing up checks and was kind of defended it quite well, to be fair. So it did kind of mess my game up, breaking his arm. So, yeah. But, yeah, as I said, I think in the third round, it was just me really faking to kick him and then just piecing him up. So, but
Yeah,
I think it was a pretty easy fight for me, to be fair. He didn't really touch me too much. And, yeah. But if this fight goes like this, I'll be happy.
after the surgery and everything, when were you able to get back into like full blast training?
Yeah, it was about 8 weeks. It wasn't. The rehab wasn't too long actually. They suggested a 12-week plan, but after 8 weeks, I was managing to do a lot. I could box. I could grapple with lighter guys. I could do everything. But then it took about 12 weeks until I was back to everything fully.
And with this training camp, are you splitting your time anywhere else?
No, London shoot. I'm here too much, man. I'm here like 12 hours a day. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, 12 hours a day and then like 6 days a week we're training. I need a rest, mate. I need a holiday. I need a suntan. I need a pina colada on the beach. But instead, I'm in this sweaty gym with sweaty men. It's all right, man. I enjoy the training, but I'm not gonna lie. There's other things that I would enjoy a bit more, but this is the hustle, eh?
What do you think of how this like tournament played out? You know what I mean? Like the people that were in it, what's your opinions on it?
To be honest, I predicted a lot of it. Well, obviously it's still going on, but I mean, I lost to Shabili a few years back, and I sort of predicted that the winner of him and I forgot the guy's name, man, the Azerbaijani guy. I predicted the winner of that would be in the final. I still think that's going to be the case. I think that Shabili is going to. I think that Pip Shitball and what's the guy? Who's fighting Shitball again? The American guy. He's just come up from featherweight.
Damn.
Listen,
I'm blanking. I'm blanking.
He's good as well, man. He fought Pitbull's brother. Anyway, I do know his name. I've watched him quite a bit, but he's gonna beat Shitball, and then he'll fight Shabili. But I think Shabili beats him, and then I think it'll be Shabili and Nurmagomedov in the final. And then that matchup is interesting. I don't know who's gonna win that, because Nurmagomedov's got an awkward skill set. He's got like real good kicks and then good wrestling as well. I think on the feet Shabili beats him, but it's whether the wrestling exchanges Shabili can stop. So I think the winner of the tournament is out of Nurmagomedov and Shabili. But yeah, it's quite an exciting tournament. If you match up all the guys in the tournament to like all the best lightweights in the world, I think those guys can hang with everyone. I mean, whoever wins that tournament is definitely one of the best lightweights in the world we have at the minute. And that just goes to show you what's the lightweight roster is like in Bellator. What about you? What do you think of it?
Oh, I enjoyed it completely, man. I think you guys do have some of the best lightweights in the world, and like you said, I agree completely with you. If you win that tournament, you are top 5 lightweight in the world without a doubt. Like it's stacked, man. Like you're not even in the tournament, but you're still one of the best lightweights in the world. You know what I mean? Like you're 6-1-1 in Bellator. That's a really damn good record.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Yeah.
Your like next fight, man, you get to add to your record, man. August 11th, Bellator 298. Alfie, thank you, man, so much for the time. I know you've been working hard in camp, so appreciate you taking the time to speak.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Take care. Yeah.